Friday night baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Michael Fulmer will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip right there. Excellent. Just allowing a bit over a base runner per inning. We'll see if he can continue that here in this one.
Xander Boegaerts heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Number 2.
Second of 4 here on a Friday night as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Eric, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just one win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortunes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. With that, here's a look at John Farrell's Boston Red Sox. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Game time temperature tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Upton going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a solo shot for Hanley Ramirez. 24 home runs for him on the season. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Mookie Betts comes forward for his first try at the plate, and you have to think something's got to give. Clearly not going his way of late. First offering on its way. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
David Ortiz will stride in now. Back in the lineup after being limited to pinch hit duties in yesterday's ball game. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken for a strike by the 40-year-old veteran. No balls and a strike.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Fulmer is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. The Red Sox are on the board thanks to the solo home run. Home half of the first coming up at Comerica Park, and it's 1-0 Boston. Clay Bucholz, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
And striding in is the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, now to get things rolling in the home half of inning number 1.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Eric Karros, this Red Sox ball club, entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And this time of year is really starting to catch up with these guys now. They've been fairly lifeless here in these past few games. Bullpen's tired. The starters are tired. Heck, everybody's tired. But you've got to find a way to push through it.
Bucholz gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. Grounded to short. Boegaerts has it. And taken in out there for the first out. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miguel Cabrera has in store. He comes into the game sporting a slugging percentage over 600, so expect to see some very hard contact out of him in this one. You don't see guys with numbers like that every day.
Cut fastball taken for strike 1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
Well, I think Summersgill is pretty well liked as an umpire, but if he gets any gruff, it seems like it's often coming from right-handed batters on pitches they don't think they can reach. I'm curious if we'll see any of that in this one.
And Maybin comes up empty on that one, and it's 0-2 now.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Hit to third. Shaw has it. Throw on to first takes care of Maybin, and there are 2 away. With a moment now, take a look at the Red Sox on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, guys, Mookie Betts puts it all on the line in every single game. He's not afraid to risk his body if it means taking a chance at making an incredible play. I've seen him take on walls at full speed, leave his feet at impossible angles, and he takes great pride in the effort he puts forth defensively.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this is going to find the alley. Should be extra bases for Cabrera. And he's in at second base with a first inning double.
You know, this guy is really starting to get everybody's attention now. That's 8 straight games he's got. So let's see how long he can keep this thing going.
Victor Martinez will get his first shot down, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. For Cabrera, he's at second base with his 28th double of the year. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 2 out here and a runner at second. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And that'll get down out there near the wall. The run scores from second. It's 1-1. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Already their second double of the ball game here in the first inning. He's not fooled too many guys out there to this point, that's for sure.
J.D. Martinez will stand in, looking to pad that RBI total a bit here as he enters play, currently 8th in the AL in that category.
Well, when you look at him right now, he's right in the prime of his career, and clearly that's resulting in big things for him.
First pitch of the at-bat. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Now for Victor, he gets credited with double number 24 on the year. One and one.
These guys have put together back-to-back doubles. He was looking for a third with that swing.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Ramirez in foul ground, and that's the 3rd out. Tigers strike for a run on the Victor Martinez double. Second inning coming up. All even now at 1-1. Travis Shaw steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games.
Travis Shaw.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Upton's under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth.
You know what? I think he's got the right idea here with 2 strikes. All he's trying to do is shorten up and drive the ball the other way. But he didn't square it up quite the way he'd like to, and he just lofts it into the outfield for an easy out.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 11 home runs and 34 driven in. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
3-0 now.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
And no doubt about this one, it's in there. 3-1. Now he'll step off and rethink this. And a step off. Bases are empty, one man out. Fastball too high, ball 4.
This is where you can get a sense for a young guy's character out there. You know, okay, he got a raw deal on a couple of those calls, but some guys get angry, some get motivated. Others, they just go into a shell. Well, we'll have to see how he responds.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Again, he sends it out of play. Runner at first here, one man out. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And Kinsler will settle under this one for out number 2.
And this is right where they wanted this thing. You see it on show track there. They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Stepping in now, Rusney Castillo, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. One left for the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second, tied at 1. Nick Castellanos will come forward now, back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off.
Nick Castellanos.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Bucholz has his target. 0-1 pitch on its way. Taken high and deep to right. Castillo going back to the track. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. You know, a night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Justin Upton will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Smoked on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
As a hitting coach, that's what you want your hitters to do. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You get into bad habits when you try to pull everything, but here just stays right on it and picks up a solid 1-out single.
Andrew Romine takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he lays off there, 1-0. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, two very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Runner on first here with one gone and a 1-1 tie. And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time he got the call.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It's offline, but he's out. Gunned down trying to swipe the base.
And he waited for his opportunity there, but it's not going to pan out this time as a good throw nails him at second.
Two out, nobody on. Set to deal on 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Castillo is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Tigers failed to make any noise. Through two, we're tied 1 apiece. Blake Swihart will get his first opportunity here, and as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been having a pretty good year, but he's been slumping just a little bit at the plate recently. We got to see if he's going to pick it up in this game.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Hard hit ball to second. Kinsler's there for it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Boegaerts.
Xander Boegaerts will dig in for a second time. A strikeout victim opening up the ball game.
And they sent him packing on a breaking ball, too. And if it's me, I come right back with it.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Upton is calling for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Digging in, Hanley Ramirez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark. So you need a different approach in this at-bat.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. This is flared out towards second. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Well, this is not exactly the most convincing swing you're going to see, but this is a results-oriented game. He manages to take the ball the other way and make his way aboard.
Here's Mookie Betts, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
But now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hard hit at third. Oh, look at Castellanos. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as this side is retired. Red Sox leave 1. Home half of the third coming up, tied at 1. Jose Iglesias will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. Hot shot to third. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The batter, number 3, second baseman.
So with 1 away, a reminder that Tigers baseball continues all season long on the show as you get a look there at what's on tap for the next 7 days. One gone here in the Detroit third, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Bucholz into the windup. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
Well, he's been in a tough stretch offensively, and this sure ain't going to help.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Bradley is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Center fielder number 4, Cameron Maybin.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maybin. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In there for strike 1.
You do not want to get the middle of this order up with guys on base. So this is the hitter he needs right here, right now.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not able to hold on there as he swings through a pitch in the dirt, and it doesn't look good for him now. Down 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and the pitcher will just run over and take this one himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. David Ortiz is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Hot shot down the line. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
You see here from above, since he's left-handed, he's got the third baseman playing well off the line. I don't know if this is exactly where he intended to hit the baseball, but it works out for him.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And the runner back easily. Into the box, Travis Shaw. He's running towards second. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. Here's the 0-1. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this curveball, it just disappears. He thinks he's right on it at the plate, and look where it winds up. Completely out of the zone. And that's what you want as a pitcher. You want hitters to chase pitches that aren't strikes.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Martinez is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. Stepping up to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
And a pitch takes off inside and gets away. And you can forget about the double play now as the runner moves up to second base.
Yeah, don't know quite what could have happened there. He just didn't look the ball into the glove, and now all of a sudden they've got to deal with a runner in scoring position now with 2 away.
One and one, here it comes. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Scorched to third, taken in by Castellanos, and a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. One left for the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth, tied 1-1. Miguel Cabrera is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera.
Bucholz is ready. Here's the first pitch. And there's a fastball from Bucholz as he gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Tap fouled at home plate. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact and he'll get another chance. Ready with the 0-2. Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing, and Cabrera blasts this one out to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. High in the air out to center field. Betts is there. One out.
Well, I'll tell you what, this won't look like a whole lot in the box score, but anytime you can make a pitcher use up 8 pitches to get you out, you've done your job as a hitter.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring in the switch hitting catcher Victor Martinez. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. Waiting for it now is Pedroia, and he's got it for out number 2.
Here's another example of a guy pitching to contact. He doesn't need to strike everybody out. Just get him off balance, and this winds up a routine pop-up.
Here's J.D. Martinez as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. One run on 3 hits and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. Smoke toward third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single.
Number 9, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's set, and the pitch. And this one runs up high, ball 1. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Castillo has it in his tracks. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. One left for Detroit. Fifth inning coming up, tied at 1. Rusney Castillo heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Rusney Castillo.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That evens it up 1-1. And that misses 2-1. And he'll step off and try again. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And the leadoff man gone now to start the fifth.
Now batting, catcher, Blake Swihart.
Standing in, Blake Swihart. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
Hit on the ground to short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Boegaerts.
Xander Boegaerts will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Maybin coasts under it, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Justin Upton comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Left fielder, Justin Upton.
Bucholz right back to work as this is swung on and missed for the first strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Now a flare out toward right center. Castillo shading to his right. 1 down.
First baseman, number 17, Andrew Romine.
Into the box, Andrew Romine. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Right side. Pedroia is able to get there. On to first, and a good start to the inning for Bucholz. 2 away now.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Jose Iglesias stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. One run, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Flipped out the other way toward short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. A good inning of work there from Clay Bucholz. And it remains a 1-1 tie. Hanley Ramirez will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Mookie Betts stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Well, this is an important time for him to bear down. He's thrown the ball very well, but he doesn't want to let the meat of this order ruin what he's done so far.
1 out, nobody on. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
You know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been the big key for him.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and in steps trouble in the person of David Ortiz, the DH. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And a good battle brewing as Ortiz lays off. It's full 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And you can see on the graphic there he currently leads the Red Sox in that department.
Yeah, this is nothing new, Matty. Another hit for him. And he's really the guy they depend on to keep the line moving. He's been their most consistent hitter so far.
Travis Shaw will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Hard hit ball right here, right down the line. And you be the judge. Is this fair or is it foul? Whew, that's awfully close. It looked like it indeed hopped right over the bag, and that's all it's got to do. He's going to wind up at second base here with 2 bases.
And there's the 4th wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Jackie Bradley Jr. steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. And it looks like a right-hander's gotten up to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Here it comes on 1-1. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. The 1-2 pitch. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Struck him out. You talk about pulling a rabbit out of your hat. He gets out of the jam, and the side is retired. Red Sox leave him loaded. Score remains tied 1-1. Ian Kinsler will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
First delivery to him on the way. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Cameron Maybin comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. Pedroia on to first, but no, not in time, as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball.
And here's why you always go in hard at second base. This could be a very easy double play ball, but you see the aggressive slide here. That really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up getting just one on that play. Excellent aggressive base running.
Into the box now, Miguel Cabrera, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Is that really the spot you want to be messing with here?
It shouldn't be. That's a danger zone if you ask me.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside the throw, but he'll just play a little cat and mouse as he looks him back. Bucholz sets 1-1 on its way. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
And here in the middle part of this ball game, he's wanting to give his guys the lead. So he picks a good pitch to run on, and he's into second now as the possible go-ahead run.
Runner at second here with one man out. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Maybin rounds third, heading for the plate. And the run is in to score from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, the stolen base pays off right here with a run. Now, maybe he scores from first on this ball anyway. I'm not sure. But he doesn't really have to worry about it, and he doesn't have to worry about a play at the plate either. He'll walk home on the RBI double.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. For Cabrera, make it 29 doubles on the year as he's into scoring position following that last two-bagger. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Now, if he throws him a strike here, I think he's crazy, especially with an open base.
One out and a runner on second base. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
Yeah, and even though this bounces over the wall, I don't think it would have made any difference one way or the other. I kind of doubt he would have been thinking about going for three, and the runner was going to score anyway without a problem.
Here comes Sox manager John Farrell on his way out to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all now for Clay Bucholz. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision. Anthony Varvaro will come in and pitch now.
For the Red Sox, number 43, Anthony Varvaro.
Here's J.D. Martinez. As this is grounded foul off to the left, it's strike one. Now the 0-1. Drilled to first. Ramirez is right there, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
These days in this game, we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners, move guys up. But with one out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
Nick Castellanos will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Two outs here with a runner at third. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. Tigers lead this one 3-1. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. We're through the first 6 innings with the Tigers on top, and before we start the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary. Leading off the inning, Rusney Castillo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. 1 away.
Up next for the
a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Blake Swihart will stand in again. A couple of ground outs for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. For that man right there, just the 1 run allowed. The question is, can he make that lead stand up?
Well, he hasn't shown too many signs of cracking so far. He's got the look of someone right now who's ready to go the distance.
And, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
And this isn't the first guy that's been frozen by that pitch tonight. He's had a lot of guys shaking their heads so far.
And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
The 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Well, right now, that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Xander Boegaerts will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Hit to short. Iglesias is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Dustin Upton steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Left fielder, Dustin Upton.
Here comes the first pitch. Right there for strike 1. And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch that time, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
And Upton can't connect there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
First full inning of work for him here out of the bullpen. Remember, he got the final 2 outs of the last inning. He starts this inning off right by getting the swinging strikeout.
Standing in now, Andrew Romine, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Here comes the 1-0. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Betts coming on. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Jose Iglesias will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Nope. Now a fastball, a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Line to the right side, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
A pretty good swing there. You'll watch. Head stays down, ball gets deep in the zone, and he lets those hands lead the way, and he drives it to right field. That's as good an approach as you're going to see.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Oh and 1, here it comes. There he goes. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Tigers are shut down there, and it's still 3-1. Bruce Rondon will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Bruce Rondon.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
You know, when you're holding on to a slim lead, you just can't walk the leadoff guy. I mean, those are the ones that really come back to haunt you. So he's really going to need to work towards getting a ground ball here.
Mookie Betts will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0.
Yeah, he didn't seem to do him any favors with the previous batter, and now here's another call that goes against him on the mound.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1.
You know, a guy throws hard when his changeup's at 89.
On at first is Ramirez with nobody out. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Sent on the ground out to second. To Iglesias for one. On to first, and the rally ends just as quickly as it began. 2 away now here in the 8th.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Two out, nobody on. 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
To 2-2 now.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Still 2-2. And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this is taken in by Upton, and that ends the inning. Red Sox go down quietly. Score holds. It's 3-1. Junichi Tazawa is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Junichi Tazawa.
Ian Kinsler gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point.
Ian Kinsler.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Well, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you gotta leave alone and make him bring something down.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Yeah, and that's a nice pitch right there on the outer half of the plate. They get him out there extended, and even here, if he makes contact, you can see that there's no lower body behind it, and it becomes a very simple out.
Here's Cameron Maybin now, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. Ball 1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Miguel Cabrera stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. To short, hit hard. Boegaerts has it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Down in order go the Tigers, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Back here at the home of the Tigers, Comerica Park, as we get a shot of nighttime Detroit. Kicking off the top of the ninth, Travis Shaw, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. From the stretch. Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball one. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
You got to think one thing here. Get on base. A walk will do the trick.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Boys, that's 99 right through him.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
And down by 2, you better believe they'll take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the ninth.
Now after the leadoff walk, that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So let's see if they can use that as a springboard to a big inning.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Francisco Rodriguez is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 57, Francisco Rodriguez.
Dustin Pedroia will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. This one's chopped to third. Castellanos with a bare hand. And he'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all.
Yeah, you know, a double play there was always going to be a stretch. And that's where you just take that force out at second, get the lead runner, and then say, you know what? Thank you very much.
Pablo Sandoval will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Pablo Sandoval.
High and deep to straightaway right. Martinez looking up. Gone. And we are tied here in the ninth. It's a 2-run homer for Pablo Sandoval. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Red Sox have drawn back to even at 3-3.
Well, this pitch is just a little bit in. Not really a terrible location at all. But if you're sitting on that pitch in that spot, you can certainly do some damage. And he absolutely did some damage right there to the tune of a 2-run shot.
Up next for the Red Sox.
In now, Rusney Castillo, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Comes set, and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, after you've just given up a home run to tie the ball game, you can't afford to have a letdown out there. And he made sure he didn't. He came back with an important strikeout, and he got the next guy.
Into the box, Blake Swihart, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Chris Young is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Now playing left field, number 30, Chris Young.
Victor Martinez stands in, looking to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. The man you see here out for a second inning of work, and he becomes the pitcher of record now in a tie ball game.
Yeah, he pitched well last time around. No reason to think that he can't do it again.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
It looked like he was going to try to go the other way with that thing, but a wise idea there to try to hold up.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Got him fishing for that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
Not me. Maybe once or twice.
Oh, he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
Boy, he just turned that thing over perfectly. He put that thing right on a dime.
Ready with the 2-2. Hit back up the middle. Gloved by Boegaerts. And he's set down 1 away.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he decides to leave this one for the second baseman, forget about it. It's a base hit.
Here's J.D. Martinez. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. 1 out, nobody on. Now a big looping curveball in there for strike 2.
I think generous is the word here. That looked like it was 6 inches off the plate.
The 0-2 home. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Nick Castellanos has a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
And in the field, I've got to expect them to be playing what's called no doubles defense, Matt. Basically, you got to guard the lines in the infield, and in the outfield, play deep enough so that you can cut off all the gaps.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Castillo is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
The left fielder, number 8, Dustin Upton.
Justin Upton gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And now this is swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Long run, but he gets there to track this one down, and a very nicely recorded out number 3. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Xander Boegaerts strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, it looks like this might possibly be the last opportunity that he gets to have that hitting streak extended. This is going to be a big at-bat.
Jordan Zimmerman will come on now as he'll take over to start the extra frame.
Zimmerman.
Xander Boegaerts struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0 for 4 ball game with a base hit right here.
Oh, man, it's never fun to go over, but let's see if he can find a way to climb out of it.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Hit down the line at first. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Up next for the Red Sox, first baseman, Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Zimmerman looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss, so a perfect start to the 10th here. 2 up and 2 down.
2 quick outs here to start things off. Can't ask for much more than this in extra innings. Hold, serve, then give your guys a shot to win in the bottom half.
Mookie Betts comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe this game isn't tied if it weren't for that. I mean, double plays are such huge rally killers.
In there, strike 1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Now a bluff here as he steps off to looking back at first. Here comes the DH now, David Ortiz. He tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. A look at the hit totals there into extra innings. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times, and here it winds up costing him.
Stepping in now, Travis Shaw, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Up high. 2-1 now.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
He got him, and the go-ahead run will be left stranded at second base. No runs, a hit, 2 left. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Andrew Romine will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
First baseman, Andrew Romine.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the forkball, and he's deep in the hole. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
He's put together 2 spotless innings so far out of the bullpen. I think a third would be above and beyond the call of duty.
Jose Iglesias gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. To short. Boegaerts gloves it on to first, and there are 2 down.
2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom half. Starting to look like this one's going to go another inning. Great.
In now, Ian Kinsler. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's set. Here it comes. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And this is down for extra bases. And there's your winning run moving into scoring position. And the possible winning run is into second base. He's got a 2-out double.
And you know what? Don't make your plans for the 11th inning just yet. That 2-out double is going to put the winning run at second base. So one more base hit here could send us all home.
Cameron Maybin will stand in now, hitless to this point, but with a chance to be a hero here.
Well, he knows better than anybody in that lineup that one swing could make up for a whole game's worth of struggles.
Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. Shaw fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and we are going to the 11th inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. 10 innings in the books. On to the 11th. Still tied. Dustin Pedroia comes to the plate as the leadoff man here in the 11th inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Zimmerman gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Swung on and missed as Pedroia's retired for the first out.
Wow, you know, neither team really seems to want to take command of this ball game. I mean, this is ripe for the picking. Yet guys are just not coming up with good at-bats right now.
Stepping into the box, Chris Young. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And now a pitch on the way. Into the seats, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Liner towards second. And that one zips on through as he was in position, but he couldn't knock it down. He's around first on his way to second now.
Well, the average is clearly not where he wants it to be, but you wouldn't know it by that swing right there. Pitch selection has been a problem for him, but this is right out over the plate. And this might help him get back into a positive state of mind.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Hit on the ground to short. Iglesias is up with it. Throw just does beat him to the bag, as that was pretty close.
Now batting, catcher,
Blake Swihart will stand in now in what could be one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game.
And what he has to do right here is put his 0 for 4 out of his mind. He hasn't had the greatest of performances to this point in the game, but he could make up for it with a big hit right here.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Hit out towards second. Taken in by Kinsler. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. It's getting late. One run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Miguel Cabrera brings his bat to the plate now to get the bottom of the 11th underway.
Miguel Cabrera.
Now a swing, and Cabrera blasts this one out to deep left field. Oh, and that nearly sent us home and sent this crowd into hysterics, but it'll wind up a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard back up the middle. And this is going to get through into center, so there's your possible winning run aboard on the leadoff single.
He is fired up as he heads down to first base. He is now the go-ahead run, looking to put his team ahead.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And that's in there, base hit. Throw comes into the infield, and the winning run moves up to second now with nobody out.
The right fielder, number 28.
J.D. Martinez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here's the first pitch. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. Castillo sprinting after it, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? Pedroia on to first to complete the double play.
If you're going to let this guy swing away in this spot, this is the chance you're going to take. That could turn out to be extremely costly. However, you still do move that winning run over to third base, so all is not lost yet.
Nick Castellanos struggling so far in this one. He'll look to erase his 0-for-4 ball game with a base hit right here. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Here in extra innings, sometimes you've got to let guys go longer than you'd like, and you see his pitch count there.
Big spot here. Possible winning run at third. 2 down. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a near disaster there, but he's able to recover in time and make it back to third safely. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now here's a ground ball up the middle and into center field for a base hit. And they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Well, you had the sense early on that this one was destined to go down to the wire, and sure enough, these guys are going to pull this one out here in walk-off fashion.
And the Tigers were paced offensively tonight by this man, Miguel Cabrera. What a performance he turned in. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he wound up being a pretty tough out. You see the 3 hits, 2 of them were doubles, and he was a real headache every time he stepped to the plate.
So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Eric Harris and Steve Lyons, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. The Tigers win it 4-3. Good night from Detroit.